Welcome again. Today we continue our Warcraft 3 journey, of course, and we are currently playing as orcs. Chapter 8, not in front of us exactly, because if you checked out this video, you know that we stopped during the middle of the mission. So today we continue from the place that we saved the game. Right around here, I will, of course, show you the plan for this entire challenge, and also my channel, my humble channel. And yeah, as you can see, of course, we aim finally to play multiplayer at some point, but firstly I just wanted to consume everything that the game has to offer, and that of course means the regular campaign of Reign of Chaos and also the Frozen Throne that comes after. I'm not sure because I don't remember really how many missions there are for each of the campaigns, for each of the races. But judging by the latest two, so Undead and Human, I think that we are close to, near the end when it comes to the Orc campaign as well. But I'm hoping for at least one mission left after this 8, so 9, similarly as with the humans. Okay, without further ado, let's see where we left things off. Recently during the last video. And quickly summarize where we at and what is our goal. Let's see. Can I pause the game somehow to just move around the map? I think that I cannot do that, but we are, we have an entire army. We need to save Grom, if I'm not mistaken. So he is here on this cool throne, actually, and he's surrounded by the forces of the Burning Legion, if I'm not mistaken. And here we have also this cool alliance that was established recently after meeting the Prophet again, and as it turned out, also the Oracle finding the destiny. Oh, that is very cool that after saving the game and loading, we have still all of those control groups saved. So I can quickly see what was happening here, because I had a little bit of a break, not gonna lie. So let's quickly see. We have a lot of gold. We have 3 bases, or maybe even 4 bases. So yeah, there will be no problem for sure. I remember that those golems, infernals, are dropped all the time. Jaina is here with us, and also here we have some army back in the main base. We have this very cool expo here, and also some expo there as well. Yes, an entire army, of course, also. And I can see that one main group is here with Thrall and with, of course, a Cairn, and the second one is back at home in case we are attacked. Yeah. So what was left here? We are slowly closing to this path towards Grom. We have this base of Warsong clan, and also here is something. We could start with this place, perhaps. Let's do that, because I think that we have quite a lot of time. And also the game, as you know, since I decided to actually go back and play to the play it on normal difficulty, it turns out that this is very, very easy to do. We have, of course, this soul gem. Here it is important for us to use it, to have it, because we have to capture Grom here within this soul gem and go back to this ritual circle where Jaina told us that she will be perhaps able to rescue Grom from this curse. So yeah, let's focus a little bit on the game. We have a lot of witch doctors as well with the totems enabling the healing capabilities. So let's also use it. For sure, why not? This is amazing to have those totems, although they are, you know, if someone wants, they are very easy to destroy. So that might not be that handy when it comes to multiplayer, because I'm pretty sure that everyone will basically very quickly get rid of them. We have so much money that we can also defend with a lot of turrets. From those cages we get also some additional troops to our army. Here is this fountain, Circlet of Nobility, which I left previously. Seems that it should be easy to actually stop this infernal here. Yeah, let's continue. Here is the base somehow, right? Yeah, this is the base that Jaina is often attacking, but most of the time she is rather within her base, not really trying to. Not really trying to attack this base. Basically, more of the passive approach. She is, let's say, waiting for us to clear everything and to capture Grom, of course. And, you know, she is, of course, an aid for us, but at the same time it feels that she is more here because of this ritual that she is supposed to do. And once I'm sure that she will be able to do it. Let's try to not lose this Kodo Beast. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure if this was a good idea, good decision recently to stop this mission, because when I'm looking at it right now, this is going very smoothly. This might mean that we will be very, very close to finishing it, so maybe I overestimated how long it might take. This is the last right of the bases of orcs. I think that we covered the entire map besides this area where Grom is actually. Here I think that there are some lands that they are not possible to reach. Everywhere there are cliffs. So basically I think that we can proceed. And you know, looking at how I was here, and not looking at what is going on with Kern, I basically lost him. But you know, due to his ultimate ability, he just returned. Amazing hero when it comes to that. I think that he will be also great on multiplayer basically. Let's start to attack those area where we are slowly supposed to reach Grom at the very end, where are basically burning Legion forces. And considering that I have quite a lot of mana on those witch doctors, I think that I will be able to really do a lot here. Also having those totems, of course, with me, although they of course cost a lot of mana, but yeah, I think that will be that it should be easy to proceed. Especially when I will start to use hero abilities, because of course I'm not doing this that much. Of course, shoot. Let's mop a little bit those forces here, because why not? I can also stun them with Kern. I keep forgetting that those feral beasts are becoming invisible if not attacked.
Yes, Dabu.
Oh my god, those forces. I thought that there will be a lot of them actually, and then we are close to Gromash. So it should be extremely easy.
The spirits are restless.
How may I serve?
Anyway, let's continue here and also
Are there enemies aboard?
have some healing totems, because why not? Let's also, of course, create some feral spirits. Starts with them. Oh, and a cutscene.
You've got to come with me. And where would you lead me, boy? Destiny is at hand. Lord Manaroth is our master now. Who? You're not talking sense. Ah, Thrall. You always believed that the demons corrupted our race, but that's only half true. We gave ourselves up willingly on Draenor. The other chieftains and I, we drank Manaroth's blood, Thrall. We brought this curse upon ourselves. You did this to our people knowingly? Let's get on.
Well, seems that Thrall is not happy. Direction that I kinda expected, not gonna lie here. And this is a very similar story as with Arthas. But not quite, right? Because Arthas... Yeah, am I supposed to just use the item on him? Let's try. Yeah, I was just supposed to use the item. Yeah, so short, raw, and you know, a little bit harsh cutscene here with between Thrall and Grom, but I think that it actually works fine for them and their relation. And Thrall, of course, as always, he has a lot of common sense. He's not happy with how the Grom brought brought this curse upon the people and the orcs camps. And this is something, of course, that I would expect from Thrall.
Our allied town is being attacked. Dabu.
Now I wonder what will happen next, because the oracle, so the prophet, when we were establishing this very cool alliance with Jaina, Cairn and Thrall, he mentioned that Grom is kind of a key to going along with our destiny and to destroy the Burning Legion, or fight them at a similar level. So my thinking is that we will be able to rescue him, and afterwards he will once again join our forces and will regret the decision to drink this blood of Manaroth and basically curse himself just to access the extreme powers. And Grom, Thrall, Jaina and Cairn will be the complete alliance, but I'm not sure, so let's see. I'm thinking that this is the end of this mission, so it was very quick, and let's see what will happen. Hellscream, main quest completed. Yeah, there was no optional quest here. Oh, and shamans, priests, and Jaina all together helping. Where is Kern? Come on.
Thrall.
Yeah, no, I figured he will be sorry about this.
Sorry. I am so sorry. To hell with your apologies. Right now, I need you to help me save our people. Manaroth. We must face Manaroth in the canyon.
Then let's go. I don't want to keep the bastard waiting.
So Manaroth is here again on Kalimdor. Very cool. All the Blizzard cinematics, right? Those were the days. Thrall, where is your wolf?
I knew you would come. And I see you brought the mighty Hell Scream.
Yeah, they're both here.
His blood is mine.
Holy crap, look at the scale here. In the game he's not looking that big. Why fight him, only two of them, where there are basically a lot of orc forces beside them?
Worthy effort, but futile.
Oh, that went quick. So, do they even stand a chance against him?
The boy believed you could be saved. But he didn't know what burns within your soul.
Come on, Grom. Do not fall for this again.
You know we are the same.
Yeah, so Grom after all. So Grom after all defeated Manaroth, but at what price? So will he be dead?
Thrall, the blood haze has lifted. The demon's fire has burnt out in my veins. I have freed myself.
No, old friend. You've freed us all.
Wow, very cool. A very cool ending of this mission. But, considering the entire cinematic, I'm kinda thinking that maybe this is the end of the entire orc campaign, right? Because it was so epic. Finally Grom freed himself. I've got goosebumps basically because of the music together with the scene with Thrall, with Grom facing the Manoroth. Actually, we learned also that Manoroth was kind of a creator of orc race or something like that. So that is even more cool that, you know, as considering the entire plot, that it turned out this way. But damn, this is not what I was expecting. I thought that Grom will, of course I expected that Grom will be sorry about drinking this blood and casting this curse upon all of the orcs, but come on, I thought that he will actually be a part of this alliance formed. And you know, prophet said that, or oracle said that he will be the key to move forward, but I wasn't expecting that the key in this case means actually that he will face Manoroth. He will be destined to destroy him, to kill him and free the orcs this way. Of course, that means for sure that the Burning Legion forces were hurt because of that. No, we still have Archimond, we still have the Dreadlords, but Manoroth is no longer here, so he is out of the picture. At least if there is no possibility, of course, to resurrect him, but I'm thinking that with such a sacrifice from the orc side, this will not be the case at least, but we will figure that out later for sure. Yeah, very cool mission, very sad ending for Grom. I was looking a little bit forward to play again as him, especially after this change. Back to regular self, but it seems that this will not be possible. Very cool. Let's see if there's actually anything else, but yeah, to sum it up, you know, those cinematics from Blizzard back in the old good days from 2002 or something like that, amazing work, everything, music, scenes, epic dialogues. Oh no, I'm a little bit disappointed. Why Thrall and Grom went completely alone to this valley to face Manoroth? That is a little bit weird. This entire alliance formed. I'm sure Cairn Jaina would join them and help them. At the end of the day, the entire idea of this alliance is to face Burning Legion and also, you know, fight for their world. So why not here as well? This is a part of it, right? So, you know, I understand that this is more epic this way, and this scene, this cinematic is on a different level because of that, but well, you know, either way, very, very cool, very cool. As I said, I'm very, very happy with this cutscene and what I've seen so far. Let's see if this was the end of if it was the end of the orc campaign, or there is one more mission or something waiting for us. Yeah, and that it looks to me that the orc campaign, yeah, the death of Hellscream is actually the end of the orc campaign. So this was very quick. No, yeah, that was not a very good idea to finish in the middle of the mission. Recently, during the last video here in the chapter 8, I was a little bit convinced that there will be at least one more mission. This is because of this alliance being formed and talking about the key to the destiny that basically the Grom was. So I was hoping that we'll rescue him and also have a final mission to see what will happen with this alliance next, and maybe face Manoroth, also similarly as with Mal'Ganis, similarly as with some other enemies so far. But actually they surprised me. The final thing was to just help Grom and only see a cinematic how they deal with Manoroth at the very end. Of course, we will do some summary videos, similarly as in the case of the Undead campaign and Human campaign. I'm thinking that once again I will try to come up with 2 videos. The first one will be based mostly on the story, the characters, and what I'm thinking about the entire Orc campaign. And the second one will be more about the gameplay style of Orcs. For now, of course, I will need to think a little bit more, because this was also the case of for the Undead campaign, that I wanted to gather all of my thoughts and think a little bit about the final the how I feel about the entire campaign. Basically, I was going to say that about how I rank the campaign, but this is not something I do. I'm more interested about the feelings, the emotions, and everything that happened. Also summarized all of the events and how big they were, considering the entire story, something like that. So at the very first moment when I finished the Undead campaign, I was a little bit disappointed, because I had this feeling that there were not so many cool emotional moments during the entire campaign as it was with the Human one, with the Arthas' story. Here, I'm thinking that a lot has happened when it comes to the story. We finally reached the Oracle. We find out about the Destiny. We started to form this cool alliance. We met Jaina again. We understood now. We understood how everything went with the humans. We also learned a little bit about the connection between Orcs and the Burning Legion. We met Cairn, of course. So quite a lot of things happened actually during this Orc campaign. But at the same time, I got this feeling a little bit inside me that those missions were a little more repetitive than it was during the first 2 campaigns. I wasn't that surprised with anything. I'm thinking that the most fitting, let's say, word for me and quick summary of the Orc campaign is that it feels a little bit as a preparation towards something bigger. With this alliance being established, with those heroes that are once again back, like Jaina, and also Cairn and Thrall becoming more familiar to us. With the death of the Hellscream is also that something that feels like a little bit preparation of what's about to happen. So that kind of makes sense also, right? Because the Night Elves will be the last one campaign, at least considering the Reign of Chaos, of course. So the basic game, and then we'll proceed to the Frozen Throne. But the momentum is going up. So I'm thinking that this was supposed a little bit to feel like that. I will summarize it, of course, and think a little bit more about it during my regular videos after the campaign. But yeah, those are the quick thoughts as of now. I think that the orc race is once again different from the humans and from undead, so that is something that I'm happy about, that the game is so balanced, but at the same time the races are so different when it comes to gameplay, And of course, I know that I've mentioned it a little bit already, but heroes of orcs are very strong. I'm thinking that everything is centered around them. I'm thinking that this is the race that is for now. It strikes me as the one that is the most focused around playing micro and less army, but they are more pricey, and we need to take care of them very much during the fights and try to keep them alive, not to lose those precious money that was spent on the army. And this is even harder because of the heroes that they are very strong and they're very focused on being all about the damage, perhaps some of the scouting. Also, they're also quite tanky, as basically every unit in orcs race, but at the same time they provide no healing, very little support for the entire army. Different from undead and from humans. We have totems from the witch doctors that are very cool when it comes to healing capabilities, but they are high-end unit, right? So they are accessed only after having the final main fortress being upgraded to the final form, and also requires 2 updates. So yeah, I'm thinking that this is on the one hand they are very focused around micro more than the undeads and humans, in my opinion, but at the same time this is also harder for them because of no healing capabilities for sure, for starters, and also being a little bit slow, excluding of course the feral spirits that Troll provides as summons, but those are only summons after all. Of course, Grom is very quick as a hero, so the Blade Master. But besides that, yeah, cool race. But I'm not very convinced that this will be a race for me. But we will see, of course. The selection of the main race is still ahead of us. Okay, for now I'm thinking that this will be the end of the recording. Thank you again for watching, and I hope that we'll see each other next time.